closest friends is Cindy Sherman. She said something to me like, all your work is like the wave, there was a bomb up, there was a rose hanging on the wall, and what's a rose supposed to do? A rose is supposed to bloom, a wave is supposed to crash, a bomb is supposed to explode. It was like interesting, it was all about this moment of being, which I thought was incredibly consistent, but was never intentionally planned on my part. What do you think about the style of my work? And I said, I don't have any style. And my youngest son said, all you're trying to do is own all the black and white images of the world. It was like, I realized he realized what a megalomaniac I was, but it was interesting. This person asked me, why do I work in black and white? And I grew up learning the world through pictures magazines in the late 60s, early 70s. On the cover would be a picture of Marilyn Monroe or President in color. But then you turn the page and it would be an expose on the Vietnam War and it's always in black and white. Or the horrors of Calcutta, they're always in black and white. And so I started thinking, maybe I work in black and white because I think it's the truth. It's like, when you have an idea, you have to beat the idea up, and whichever idea survives, which is the strongest, is something that you made. Like the one in the far end is something that we'll make. These are to take care of all the dust in the studio, because it's like quite insane, like you can see. This is a new filter too, let's see. There you go. As a young artist, I was playing in a band, making movies, doing performances, making drawings, paintings, and sculptures. And I was in this show called Pictures, right? And one of the pieces, I had 5 pieces in the show, but one piece in particular got a lot of attention. It was a relief that was based off of the end of a Fassbinder film called The American Soldier, of a guy being shot. And he was like arching his back, and is he dying or dancing? And that piece got an enormous amount of attention. I realized that is the thing I should investigate. So I all of a sudden put everything else away and I focused on men in the cities at that time. I stopped doing the performances and things like that. And everything exploded at that point. If you're lucky enough in your lifetime to establish a recognizable image, you tend to spend a great deal of your life running away from that. So I was really lucky in the 80s to establish an archetype, the Men in the Cities drawings. I got an enormous amount of attention, and after that I was one of those guys that got blamed for the 80s. Things went into chaos in the 90s for me, and the thing that's interesting, as you get older as an artist, you have to figure out a way how to stay relevant. My work in the 80s had been a lot about a meditation on power. So I came to the studio and I didn't know what to do, and I just taught my middle kid, Victor, how to surf. I'd always surfed since I was a little kid, and here I was in nature with this ultimate power of the wave, and I said, what the f***, I'll try to draw this wave. The charcoal represents regeneration of like a way of seeing things for me. And what's interesting for me is that all of a sudden this incredible freedom opened up to me that made it so that now I could do whatever I wanted to. Old days, people will remember radios. When you would like tune a radio station and you too much one way or another way, you'd lose it. You had to find that perfect spot. I think making art is about this balance between something that's very, very personal and also very much social in the world. So to find that balance is really important to me. If it's too social, it becomes like bombastic and political. If it's too personal, it becomes too narcissistic, and who cares about it? Because I think as an artist, your job is to deal with the idea of truth, because you don't have a sponsor. So, do you tell the truth or you do fashion the truth? You know, and there's a lot of shit out there that's fashioned truth, and I don't care about that. I want to see the work that's trying to tell the truth.